All right. So do we have to clap or something like that to line
Let's do
everything?
that.
All right.
Wait, not yet, Zach. Not yet. Not yet. We have to do it together.
No, he does that every time.
And then it messes up your editing.
Welcome to My Hill to Die On, episode 66.
Everyone has things they're passionate about.
Things we want our friends to try and experience.
So we've convinced each other to try different things,
And we talk about these experiences to see if we can get just one more person.
to join us on our hill to die on. So this week, we decided, well, strike that. I decided that I wanted Nate to finally get a chance to play Dungeons and Dragons, something that I have enjoyed for a not insignificant portion of my life, and something that has built up a lot of good friendships, and I've been able to just have a lot of fun with some good friends playing Dungeons and Dragons throughout my life. And I wanted Nate to experience that. So, given that this podcast is built around introducing the things that we love, I thought it'd be great to have Nate basically have no choice in this and be forced to play some Dungeons and Dragons with me. So, this evening, I invited a couple of friends to play some Dungeons and Dragons with us so that we can introduce Nate to the world of Dungeons and Dragons, those two. With us this evening, our Dungeon Master is going to be Keith Kelleth.
Hello. I cannot confirm nor deny the presence of dragons in tonight's adventure.
But dungeons are a given, huh?
There will be dungeons, most likely, yes. Your third level, I don't think a dragon is within your purview yet.
Unless I'm riding one, right?
We'll see.
We have with us also, as one of our players, Nash Bridges.
Hey, it's good to be back. I look forward to making friends with the dragons.
These dragons that may or may not exist.
Yes. Let's go find one.
Also with us is Zach Smoker.
Hello, hello. I came here for the dragons. I heard there would be dragons.
You may be disappointed.
I'm hearing that there's lots of dragons.
You may have heard incorrectly.
It's like 50% of Dungeons and Dragons, right?
Yeah.
50-50.
And finally, the, shall I say, hostage in this situation? Nate Rudd.
Hello. I am here to learn.
Nate, everyone here has played before, so if you have any questions about anything, do not hesitate to ask, because, again, my number one goal of this entire evening is that you have fun.
Okay. But I can't get hooked because I don't have enough hours in the day for more podcasts.
Oh, come on. I can at least introduce you to a couple of good D&D podcasts.
A couple of good 100-hour podcasts.
No. It's not 100 hours.
There's several hundred hours.
It's just, 300 episodes or so.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, before tonight's game, each of the players has sent me the character that they'd like to play. For any listeners who are not aware of what Dungeons and Dragons is, it is a role-playing game where each player takes on the role of a character in the story. And essentially, we're telling a cooperative story together, and anytime something with a chance of failure occurs, the players will roll some dice. I'll tell them the number they must roll in order to succeed, and if they succeed, the story goes one way, and if they fail, it goes another. That's basically the heart of it. There's a little bit of puzzle solving, a little bit of conversation, and a little bit of essentially a board game when it comes down to combat. But we'll try to keep it entertaining auditorily today, since we are here on a podcast. And I'll do my best to stay descriptive, but please forgive me if this is not everything you hoped it would be.
It will be, and more.
You have very low hopes. So, shall I introduce who's playing who to your listeners, or do we just want to dive right in?
Yeah, let's just dive right in. We can have the listeners discover our characters in the story itself.
All right. You find yourselves in the little northern town of Northvale, population 122. The main industries are logging, farming, typical frontier town. Except it is the rumored home of the legendary wizard, Klaus von Kringle. Drawn by fate, chance, or purpose to this town, you find yourselves in the Jolly Holly Inn, while a chill wind blows outside. There seems to be a hustle and bustle about the place, an excitement, if you will, as the youngest patrons seem to be being rushed out the door while acting a little bit jovial and excited. Apparently, some festival is planned for this time of the year. The fire is roaring, music is playing, and the smells of cinnamon and nutmeg fill the air. What would you all like to do?
We are all inside?
You're all inside the inn. Whatever you would like to be doing.
Well, Tenny, as the local, is I've circled up with a couple of good friends and started a miniature drum circle, playing the dulcimer.
Tinny music rises from the corner as a saytr is playing on the dulcimer. The rest of you start to notice a few of the other patrons joining in with a bit of jolly music.
Yeah, just playing the dulcimer with some other local friends and having a couple of drinks, and that's pretty much what we're doing.
I'll waltz in all big-chested to the front and just sit at the bar and have a look around.
The other patrons at the bar look over as the very small yet determined Owlin props himself up onto one of the high bar stools.
What you looking at, bud?
The patron turns his head away from you.
That's what I thought.
I am definitely imagining the little Owlin, grabbing the top of the bar stool and,
Hoisting himself up, yes. But very confidently. This is a very confident little owl.
Mm-hmm. I am currently probably tiptoeing on the stool top just to see over the bar.
The bartender comes over and says, "Can I get you a glass of warm milk?"
Yeah, sure, that'll do.
He scuttles off to the end of the bar. Nate or Nash, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, so I'm guessing there's no turns. We just all go, right? Huh?
At this point, there are no turns. In D&D, turns only are necessary when we're in some kind of combat situation or something like that. Other than that, you just say what you'd like to be doing.
So I'm going to walk in and just kind of get the snow off, wet stuff.
A chill breeze flows through the door as in steps a cat, for lack of a better word. A humanoid cat, about medium size, as she shakes the wintry mix off of her cloak.
She's going to take a look around, and it's a lot to take in, just very,
She acts surprised to see such a busy scene here in this remote part of the north.
Just kind of distractedly walking in, maybe bumping into things and looking for someone to talk to.
A couple of the patrons begin chatting you up and welcoming you in with quite open arms, we'll say. Nate, what would you like to be doing?
I think I would walk in and I would approach the barkeep and ask where I might find some knowledge in this. I guess I want to say hovel at this time. I would want to say that. Where might I find some knowledge in these parts?
No, you can honestly have your character say hovel.
Insult?
You can be as haughty as you want to be. That is perfectly fine.
Sure, maybe I would say hovel, I guess. Where would I find some knowledge in this hovel?
A hovel, you say? Well, this ain't a hovel. This is the finest place in the north.
Right, that's what I meant.
What kind of knowledge be you looking for?
Wizarding. That's a good question.
Well, you've been trying to looking for Klaus this time of year.
Yes.
Boy, oh boy, did ye come at the wrong time. Tonight's the busiest night. He laughs and a couple other patrons join in. The rest of you notice a raucous laughter coming from one end of the bar.
I will probably see what's going on as one of the songs that we're playing in my drum circle kind of dies down. I'll go up and see what's going on.
The robotic appearing new patron at the bar, currently being ridiculed by the locals, seems a bit distressed. So Tenny, the local cleric, approaches him in order to perhaps diffuse the situation.
Yeah. So you see a little satyr basically jump up on the bar stool and be like, "He doesn't know what's going on here."
We just be joshing with him. Of course he be welcome here. And if you're looking for knowledge, well, just ask around. Tough Fluff gets a glass of warm milk and a complimentary soft cookie covered with cinnamon.
Oh, thanks.
Ooh.
Thanks.
So Tenny will kind of lean over to Dana, you said?
Yeah.
Tenny doesn't know that yet, but
Right.
we'll lean over and be like, "How are you doing? My name's Tenny.
Nice to meet you. My name is Dana.
So, I hear you're new in the area.
Yes, for sure.
This is kind of a big night, so everybody's kinda a little bit, we're in the middle of a celebration, so,
Well, I only want to be spending a little bit of time here.
Oh, what? But it's a lovely town.
I'm sure it is.
When you came in, the best you could see in this lovely town was the fact that there are more animals than people.
Am I close enough to overhear any of this conversation?
Yeah, you could be close enough to hear it.
You're like, oh, wait, where you from? Tin Can?
Ooh, I'm supposed to know that.
Wherever you'd like to be from.
You can say it in a very haughtily or dismissive way if you don't really want to.
Yeah, maybe too far for you, right? Too far for you to know about.
Ooh, tough guy, huh?
A couple of the patrons have escorted Salali over to the bar, offering to get her refreshments and warm her up by the fire.
Ooh, that sounds great. What kind of drinks do you guys have?
Well, there's ale, or there's the milk,
Ooh,
or
milk?
there's water.
Milk's pretty good.
Ooh. Are you close to me?
You could be right near him, that's fine.
Okay. You recommend the milk?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Ooh, I'll have that. That looks good.
The patron gestures to the bar and makes a hand signal that seems to be recognized immediately, and the bartender begins to serve up another of the nightly special.
Excellent. Who are you?
The name's Fluff. On the streets, they call me Tough Fluff.
Oh, that's an interesting name. Tough Fluff. Where are you from?
Oh, here and there.
Me too. Are you also a nomad?
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Everybody, please roll me a wisdom save. Nate, to roll a save, you find on your character sheet the stat for saving throws should be near the top of the sheet that Ryan made for you. And it'll have a plus number. Roll a 20-sided die and then add that number to it and tell me the result. The one you're using is wisdom.
Oh, wisdom, okay.
It's the top box right there where it says saving throws.
Where it says wisdom, right?
Yep, where it says wisdom. So for you, I think that's a +3.
+3, yeah.
Roll your d20.
Yeah, I got 9 plus 3, 12.
12? Okay.
13?
Ryan, Nash?
14.
I got a net 20, so it'll be 25.
An odd feeling comes over you all, although everyone else seems to be more affected than you, as even the fire stops flickering. Everything seems to be frozen, except you four.
Wait a minute. What's going on here?
Is this anything that I've ever experienced before, having been around?
Give me a perception check.
Oh, I have perception.
He's a local.
Oh, okay.
Probably not. That's only a 12.
That's enough.
Oh.
You are recalling that tonight's the big night, and it was getting close to midnight.
It must be midnight.
What happens at midnight?
Tenny knows that at midnight is the big man's time. The local legend, and in fact maybe this would be something of interest to Dana, is that the wizard Klaus von Kringle has the ability to visit every place in the world within 1 hour, but only for one night a year. Tenny is a bit surprised because this is the first time he's ever been conscious for this.
So Tenny is basically hamming this up, like telling the story big. So super excited and just really get one night a year. The big man, he goes everywhere in the world and he visits everyone. But I've never been awake for this. This is new.
Dana, you recognize that this is what you were after. You had heard of a time stop spell that somehow went beyond its natural magical limits. You seem to be in the midst of it.
Right. And aware. So, I would like to ask Tenny to show me more.
Well, if you want to meet the big man, Klaus, we...
You know that he has a tower that is actually reversed. He lives underground.
I mean, we could go to the tower. I don't know if he'll be there right now, but yeah, I mean, we could go to the tower. Yeah.
Tough Fluff is walking around smacking people in the face. Hey, what are you doing? Hey.
They're not responding.
Hey.
In fact, you don't really seem to be able to interact with them hardly at all. I mean, you are able to touch them, but it doesn't seem to be hurting them, nor are you doing anything to them.
Sitlolly, she thinks that this is a custom of your town and starts joining him.
I assume you have your claws in, though.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go trying to like, hey, leave Sven alone. Leave Sven alone.
Tenny begins to try to rein in all of the potential damage to his
That's what I was gonna
fellow
say.
townspeople.
He's gonna knock off Rudolph's nose.
Tough Fluff is tickling one of the guys now.
Oh, is this also what you do here?
I guess so. I don't know. I think so.
Everybody give me a perception check, everyone, please. So for a check this time, Nate, on the skills box, which is right below the saves box on your sheet, find the one that says perception, roll a d20, and add that number to it. Give me the result.
19.
21.
15.
17.
Okay. Everyone rolled high enough to recognize that everything seems to have stopped. The clock is not moving, but you still hear animal noises outside.
Huh. Tenny's just gonna turn around and start like heading outside to check out and see what else is going on.
You did say you were going to go to the tower.
Yeah.
So. As Tenny steps outside, it seems like the animals are mostly unaffected.
Huh. Wait a second. I've told Klaus before, I am not an animal.
Would have fooled me.
This is the first time you've ever been unaffected.
Well, I mean, you wanted to see the tower, right?
Let's keep going.
So I'm going to show him the entrance to the tower, because...
You don't know the entrance to the tower. All you've heard is that it's somewhere in the forest.
Because it's upside down. You can't see it.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to start confidently walking towards the forest. Like I know exactly where it is.
The satyr begins to march off with a purpose, as if he knows where he's going.
You know where this is?
It's this way.
Okay. Can I see anything?
Give me a nature check. Or survival, if you have that. Whichever one's higher.
I have survival, yes.
Whichever one's higher.
Okay. 16?
He seems to be heading towards a fruit grove.
I'm going to still heedlessly walk into the forest.
You are in a very large area with lots and lots of fruit trees. Being winter, they have all lost their leaves and none of them are bearing fruit at the moment.
Are there any animals near us? I'm assuming I followed them as well.
There are just a few creatures here and there. Nothing seems out of sorts except for a faint glow at one end of the forest. It looks almost as if a fire is starting.
Once again, heedlessly walking forward.
Towards the fire?
Yeah, towards the fire.
As you approach the fire, you recognize that there seems to be no smoke, but you're definitely feeling a warmth. You may get closer if you wish.
I believe the term I used was heedless.
I will.
Are you flying now?
Heedless.
So Tough Fluff takes to the air. From your vantage point, it's not clear, but you're also kind of sensing something, maybe even a kinship, Tough Fluff. And not sure the take of Tabaxi senses here, but I believe you may be feeling a slight instinct of predation, we'll say. As you get closer, the two in the lead, I believe now are Tenny and Dana, you begin to hear a slight chirping sound.
All of this seems very weird to me, right? Like, this is unseasonable.
Yeah, you're not quite sure what's going on here.
Do I have any of my own maps?
Any of your own maps? Yeah, you would have had a map here, and that map would have potentially illustrated that there was a grove of trees here. And in fact, Dana probably at least knew that there was something along the way. So you might have had a big circle around the town, but this is where your knowledge stopped, hence the stopping in the inn.
Gotcha.
At this point, though, you're curious that you may have a guide who at least seemed at first to know where he's going, but at this point, you might be catching on that he is perhaps overconfident.
Yeah, but something is ahead that could deal with some investigation, though.
Yeah, if anyone would like to make an investigate roll on the fiery area, Tough Fluff, if you want to fly a little bit lower and closer, you might be able to see something.
Sure, yeah, I'll give a investigative check.
Okay.
Oh, it was almost an at 20. A 2, -2, so 0.
Okay. So you fly closer and you're like, oh, that's a fire. I better not go down there. Those on the ground?
Nothing there. Nothing over there, guys.
Can I check it out?
What would you like to do to check it out?
There's like literally nothing to see, guys.
There seems to be no smoke, but there's definitely warmth from behind basically some bushes.
Investigate?
So yeah, you can make an investigation roll if you want. Anyone who wants to get closer, that's fine, but I need to know if you're reaching in or if you are... What are you actually trying to do to look closer?
Oh.
Yeah, there are some bushes from which behind this glow and warmth is coming.
Yeah, I'm just inspecting the surrounding.
All right, so you're not touching anything.
So 16. Yeah, because I want to see if there's footprints or what I don't know. Or maybe there's people.
Okay, as a ranger, you can kind of notice that there do seem to be avian footprints.
I point that out to Tough Luff.
I'm reaching in.
You're reaching in?
I'm reaching in.
Make a dexterity save for me, please.
Okay. Oh, not bad. That is 17.
That's enough to quickly withdraw your hand as it was about to be pecked.
Oh.
Looking closely, now that you have reached through the bushes and opened up a hole, you can see what appears to be a baby bird on fire.
It's a phoenix, or I guess.
Dana's knowledge would probably have alerted him to be aware that this is indeed a phoenix chick.
Guys, I told you there's like literally nothing over there. I checked.
Only dragons.
It does not seem like it belongs on the ground.
I will look up.
When you look up, you see a empty tree.
Empty?
This is a very large grove. There were tracks leading over to this spot.
Can I follow the tracks?
You can try to reverse follow the tracks. Give me a nature check, please.
Nature?
Yep.
Okay.
Or survival, either one.
No nurture.
16?
That's enough to follow them back at least about 50 yards into a group of 4 or 5 trees that is possible that he may have fallen out of.
Can Tough Luff see any nests or anything up there?
The tabaxi signals to the owlin to take to the skies and see if there are any nests.
He understood that, huh?
Okay, I'll check again.
This time you're looking at the tops of the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Give me an investigation.
3 -2, so 1.
He's like, I don't live no trees.
You don't tell me what to do. I already told you there's nothing up there.
We got to get a better scout.
Salali does notice that there is one slight difference between these trees and the others. In fact, give me one more nature check for me.
All right.
And it must be nature this time.
Okay. 17.
These are each a different fruit tree. Make of that what you will.
Yes, I will communicate that with the group.
Salali identifies them as apple, lemon, cherry, pear, and another apple tree. 2 apple trees, lemon, cherry, pear.
Is it Nashi?
2 apples, lemon. You know what? Why try to think? I'm going to try to climb the tree.
Which one?
Lemon.
You climb the lemon tree. Give me a acrobatics, strength, or strength, whichever you have.
Actually, can I try something crazy?
Sure.
I'm going to just try to jump into the tree.
All right.
Because
satyrs have a jump.
As a satyr, I have mirthful leaps.
Yep. Go for it. There's no leaves, so you can see the branches pretty well.
All right. So basically it just says whenever I make a jump, I can add a D8 to my jump.
Okay, go for it.
I'm going to need that. So the regular acrobatics, I might have rolled a 3, but I rolled a 6 on my D8.
So that's a 9 total, or is that not including your bonus?
Oh no, that's including the bonus. That's a 9 total.
That's including the bonus. You reach up and try to grab onto the tree. You kind of get a grip, so you're kind of hanging on. Your feet are dangling down, and so you guys see a couple of goat legs sticking out of the tree. He didn't quite make it up onto the branch. From your vantage point, though, give me a perception check.
I see nothing. I see absolutely nothing.
What did you roll?
Well, I rolled a 2.
Uh-huh.
Oh, actually, I have a +5 in perception, so 7.
That's still not enough. Not quite. Dang it, you guys are almost there. Tough Fluff, give me one more. Fly a little lower.
Sure. I'll fly up to where Tenny is and be a little bit mocking of him.
Sure.
Exactly.
And
Poke fun
have
of
another
him.
look around, yeah. Investigation? Yep, 5.
Oh, goodness gracious, sakes alive.
Can I climb the tree?
Is anyone holding on to this bird?
The baby bird?
Yes.
No.
I don't
Did
even
anyone
think
get
I
the
saw
bird?
it.
No, the bird is still over in the bushes. Okay, that's what I
'Cause
thought.
I don't even think I know it's there. No one said anything.
Oh, I thought I told you.
Oh, did you?
Oh, I told you there were footprints.
Tough Fluff doesn't even know what you guys are looking for. You're just like yelling at him to go look in the trees, and he's like, I'm looking in the trees, and there's nothing.
I already looked everywhere and I saw nothing.
Well, while I'm dangling from this tree trunk, I'm gonna try to like reach up and be like, Tough Fluff, come on, give me a hand. Will you give me a hand up to the branch at the least?
I fly around and mock you and then do give you a paw or a claw at the end.
I just climb up the tree.
Give me a climb check with advantage, Nash, so you can do either strength or acrobatics
Okay.
or athletics. What does Dana want to do?
17.
I'm just watching. That's a
You're
good question.
watching this whole scene, regretting your
I don't
decisions.
know if I can do much.
Can you pick up the bird?
Can I pick up the bird?
The bird is beginning to chirp a little bit louder.
Can I? Oh, animal handling.
The glow is also getting a little bit brighter.
Oh.
I have a little bit of animal handling. I don't know if that helps.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. I mean,
Can I try picking that up?
Yeah, sure. So Dana goes over and, being done with these fools, goes over to the bird and makes some noises and tries to coax it into his hands. So give me an animal handling check, roll a d20, and add your animal handling skill.
Oh,
Who's that over there?
I got 6.
It comes over, but it pecks your hand. You'll take 1 point of damage. You can try to grab it if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, can I try again?
Yeah, you can do another animal handling if you want.
I think let's try again, right? 1 point of... How many points of damage can I have?
You have 27 hit points, so you are down to
Okay.
26.
Okay.
I can heal you at certain points, so
Yeah, and I think I have something like that too.
Those of you who are dangling from the tree and doing and trying to climb it, what was your climb check, Nash?
17.
Okay, you managed to get up into the tree, and you can look around into the other trees. You notice that the tree over to the right seems to have some darkened areas where perhaps a fire might have been burning.
Oh, okay. Can I jump over to that tree? Like, is it far enough for me to...
Yeah, it's close enough you could leap over there.
Okay.
Give me a jump check. That's athletics or acrobatics, your choice.
I got another 17.
Okay, yeah, you make it easy.
Okay. And I check that out further.
All right, so you're over there. There's clearly a spot where the little baby could sit.
Okay. So I'm just going to announce that to everyone. I think it lives here.
is that the tree that I'm dangling from, or?
No, it is not. You are 2 trees over.
I hopped to a different tree. I ignored you and just hopped over.
Right. I rolled a 10 this time. Can I pick it up now?
Yes, it hops into your hands, but it is quite warm. You feel like you could probably carry it for a moment, but you're going to need to get rid of it in a second. So what would you like to do?
Yep, let's run over to the tree where Nash is.
Okay. It starts chirping louder as you get closer.
Can I see a nest?
There is the spot where Solali is sitting, and there is clearly a spot where it would fit. It's a little bit of a hollow.
Can I
Maybe
throw it
hand it.
to Nash? Or hand it? Hand it would be...
You hand it up to her. Yep, she grabs it, and sensing that it's going home, hops into Nash's hands. It is very hot.
So I quickly put it in.
You quickly put it in, and a hole opens up in the bottom of the tree
Oh.
with a staircase leading down.
Is the baby still there?
The baby is happily chirping away.
Okay, because I was about to say I'm going to give it... What are those? What's that spell? Good berry?
Oh, you're going to feed it? Okay.
Yep, I'm going to feed it one of the berries, and I'm going to give one down to Nate.
Okay.
A good berry, just so you know, Nate, is a berry that Silali can make.
It's a magical berry. Looks like a blueberry. It'll keep you fed for a day.
And it heals 1 hit point.
I do also have healing word thing too.
Hold on to that for a bit.
Okay.
That's probably better used on your comrades.
Okay. Sounds good.
But yes, that berry heals you back up to full because, 1 hit point.
Thank you. Does it matter which tree that was?
Would you like to try to find out? If so, roll either a nature or an investigation, whichever one's the higher.
I was about to say we can tell him if he asks us, right?
Yeah, you could. If you could tell that Dana is kind of investigating the tree and trying to see what it is.
That's What tree am I in?
You are in the pear tree.
This is a pear tree. Partridge in a pear tree?
Can I go talk to the phoenix thingy?
You can try.
See if it speaks at all. Hey, buddy, you speak common?
Chirp, 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 chirp.
Huh, just a normal bird.
It gets a little bit fiery when you say that.
Okay. Just a fiery normal bird.
The fire peters out a little.
Is this a brother of yours?
Maybe some long lost interesting cousin or something. I don't know.
Can you do that?
I wish.
A smell is wafting up from underneath the tree.
So while this is all going on, Tenny has dropped out of the tree and is starting to head towards the hollow that opened up.
Yep.
Are you sticking your head in, or are you doing anything, or are you just
Oh,
standing
I'm
there?
definitely sticking my head in.
As you stick your head in, you're overcome with a scent that reminds you of joy and happiness, and this seems like a place you want to be.
Come in and know me better, man.
Saytr?
Oh, sorry. I mean, you just see contentedness on Tenny's face, and he turns back to the others, nods, this is the way, and starts heading down the stairs.
All right, when you head down, please roll a d12 for me. Tell me the number.
There you are. That'd be a 2?
All right. Are the rest of you staying up top? Are you following the satyr who said, "It's this way"?
No, I would want to follow, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I hop down, I catch up to Dana, and kind of just like as I'm following, like kind of poke at him. What is this? Like, you know,
Oh, you're curious about the automaton.
yep, what are you?
Yes. It becomes clear to Dana that this feline has never seen a warforged before.
Mm-hmm. Please stop poking me.
Does it hurt?
Probably not, I would think.
Yeah.
Can you feel this?
No, it's just,
Do you feel pain? She pulls out a claw and pokes you with it.
I think it would just be a nuisance.
She stops but kind of continues to look around.
All right. Tough Fluff going down too?
I'll take an extra moment to just quickly cast Speak with Animals on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then ask the fiery birdie, like, hey, what's down here? What's that doorway?
Well, I'm the key.
You're the key? Oh.
Yeah.
How'd you fall down?
Supposed to fall down.
Oh.
When the time hits, I fall down. I run away.
Oh. Are you supposed to be back up here now then?
Well, you put me here.
Oh.
It's okay. I'm good.
You got like a parent or something that can take care of you?
I don't need a parent. Haven't had a parent for 2,000 years.
Oh, wow. What? Oh, what's your name?
Does it matter?
Guess not. I'm Tough Fluff here, though. I'm planning on running these streets here soon.
Okay.
Cool. See you later, bud. And I'll just give him a little fist bump wing. And then head on down.
One of your feathers singes as he fist bumps you.
Hi, watch it. And yeah, I'll follow the group.
As you guys go down the staircase, it is fairly short until a light opens up and you can hear some arguing, but it doesn't seem hostile. What are you talking about? That's not the case. I'm telling you it is.
And I've never heard these voices before.
Nope. They don't sound like the usual inhabitants of the town. Most of the people up top are elvish. These two sound about as far from elvish as you can get without going into evil.
Look, there's no way that he told you that.
Tenny's just going to poke his head into the room and go, hey.
You're actually saying something?
Yeah.
As you say, hey, you notice a pair of tortles who quickly grab their spears and brandish them in your direction.
Whoa.
What are you doing down here? You're supposed to be asleep.
Clearly I'm not, but the door opened.
Well, you're not supposed to open that either.
Well, we found the key for it, so, like, we didn't try, but...
You found the key.
Yeah.
There's a key?
Yeah.
They are talking very slowly and seem like they are a bit confused. Everyone make a perception check for me, please.
Then, if they're doing that, then I'll respond by saying, yeah.
17.
Now you're speaking our language.
26?
17,
How does that
26.
22.
Uh-huh. You guys are rolling well today.
Wait, what are we rolling for?
Perception.
Not one.
Yeah, rolling well today.
You need a different dice.
Tough Fluff is too busy making fun of the tortles to look around the room, but the rest of you, while he is egging them on, notice some very empty bottles of perhaps libations that are on the table in front of them.
Pick one up and sniff it.
As you go for that, they're like,
Hey, that's not yours.
and he points his spear in your direction.
Why not?
Because you haven't joined us.
Joined you in what?
Well, if you'd like to go ahead and compete, then pull up a chair.
Okay.
What are we competing at?
Yeah.
You get the idea that these two have been engaged in a drinking contest.
Ho ho ho! Tenny is sitting down joyfully.
You notice a small stack of coins on the table.
How many coins are on the table?
There are 10 gold pieces on the table. You all should have had your starting equipment, so you probably have some gold to start.
Wait, you guys playing a drinking game?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Do I get drunk?
Do you drink?
I believe you do have a constitution score. Do you have immunity to...
He has resistance to poison, if I recall correctly.
You have resistance to poison. That would make you more difficult to inebriate.
I can join in.
All right.
What are the rules here, huh? What are the rules?
Well, you take a drink, and I take a drink, and he takes a drink, and then we celebrate. And then we do it again until we can't celebrate anymore.
Do we have to catch up here, or last man standing gets the coins?
He looks you over and he says,
We'll spot you one.
Oh, okay. I see how it is. I'll say I join. How big is this room?
the room's not that big. It's about a 25-foot square room. Looks like kind of a guard room.
Okay, I'll go to the empty half and turn into a direwolf.
What?
I'm joining this drinking game.
You're turning into a direwolf.
Is that possible? Is that too big?
Hang on, I gotta roll for them because that might be a bit startling to them.
I just want to drink.
I'm going to win this drinking contest. These guys just made fun of me.
I think you're misunderstanding.
But he said he saw how it is.
I'm gonna win this drinking contest.
So as you transform into a wolf, the two tortles begin to panic a little bit. One of them retreats inside his shell, while the other one raises his spear at you and says,
What do you think you're doing? Tonight of all nights?
I'll try to find a bottle in wolf form and then just tilt my head back and down it.
You're trying to send a signal that you are
Mm-hmm.
not being hostile.
Mm-hmm. I'm here for the drinking.
All right, message is received. He taps the spear on the other one's shell, says,
I think he's gonna try and drink like that.
So we'll engage in a quick contest here. I have some DC numbers for you to try to beat. As long as you save, you are still in, and if you fail, you will face a few consequences. But I will give Dana advantage on all these rolls, which means you roll twice and take the higher number.
Okay.
So everyone make your first drink, please. Anyone who's playing.
What number? Dice?
Roll a d20 and then add your constitution save.
I have a question. Are the tortles drinking too?
Yes, they are.
All right.
They seem to be pouring out of the same vial.
For everybody. I got 15.
Save?
I got an 18.
Yep, safe.
6.
You decide to tactfully withdraw from the game at this point. It was a little bit stronger than you expected.
Tactfully by falling out of my chair, or?
You're a little bit wobbly and you fall backwards, yes. First one out.
21.
You're okay. After the round, they all give a big cheer and start humming a little merry tune that seems somewhat familiar to Tenny. The rest of you pick it up pretty quickly. All right, second round.
I'd like to do something.
Okay.
I assume they're pouring out.
Yes, they're pouring all out of the same decanter into all of your cups.
What I'd like to do is I'd like to cast a spell.
What would you like to cast?
Create and destroy water.
On what?
I'd like to concentrate down their drinks a little bit more.
You're trying to destroy the water in the alcohol.
Yes, I am.
So to leave just pure alcohol.
Oh boy.
Uh-huh.
Understood. All right, I will consider that on their roll. You're targeting specifically just their 2 glasses, none of your other party members?
Yeah, I think the other party members I want to keep in good graces so far.
Go ahead and make a Arcana check for me.
All right.
Yeah, we're going all out for this drinking battle.
That'd be a 4.
Okay, I'm going to say you cast it during the song, so they were so into the song that they didn't notice, but your party members definitely did. So you all saw him do something to their cups. But you're 99% sure it did not affect your cups.
You just see a really mischievous grin on Tenny's face.
You are a satyr after all, so...
Go pet the dire wolf.
I'll give a little purr.
All right, go ahead and make your second rolls, please.
We roll again?
Okay. My con check did not really hold up to snuff that time. I got a 6.
Nope, you are a bit tipsy. Despite your best efforts, you go down with one of the tortles. The other 2?
I rolled a 7.
You're also feeling the effects, and you fall out of your chair.
I have a chair?
Dana still has advantage on these rolls, so you roll twice and take the higher.
I got 12.
That you rolled twice and took the higher
I
one,
rolled
right?
2 dice and I picked the higher one.
Okay, and you added your constitution bonus.
Yeah.
Okay. That's barely enough to stay on your feet, but you're starting to feel the effects. This stuff was apparently a little stronger than even you were expecting. But one of the turtles has eyes rolled back and passed out. The other one is cracking up with laughter and singing his song even louder this time. Only you and me left, metal boy. Oh, by the way, those of you that are out, you can always help yourself to the other refreshments. And he points to the corner where there seems to be a pitcher of water in some kind of special decanter.
I am going to start pouring out the water.
What are you going to do with said water?
Is it normal water?
Smells like it.
Yeah, I put my hands underneath and just like get some.
It's not hurting you.
I'm going to take a sip.
Yep.
You instantly start to feel better.
Huh.
All right, next roll. See if you can stay in. No Tenny tricks this time.
Cheering on the Warforge.
There we go. 21 that time.
The turtle starts to sweat, which is odd for a reptile. And he begins to be a little wobbly. He's like, somebody's got to get this guy up. I think I'm going to concede. Merry Northmas!
Merry Northmas.
And he pushes the pile of coins at you.
Oh, okay.
So you get the entire selection of coins, which would have been their 10 plus the 15 from your party members. So that's a net gain of 25 for you. You got your original 5 back as well.
Mm-hmm.
If you wish, you can help yourself to some of the decantered water and sober up instantly.
Oh, yes, please.
As he does, he's like, you guys are all right. I don't think you mean the big guy any harm. And he flips the switch. And the door on the opposite side of the wall opens.
Can I fit through as a large dire wolf?
You could go through it as a dire wolf if you want.
Cool. I would just stay in my form then, just because.
It'll hold for what, an hour, right?
I think an hour, yeah.
Okay.
You're not going to do any flying inside the tower, probably.
Yeah. All right, so another staircase leading down appears.
All right. Keep going down.
All right, who's going in first?
Unless somebody stops me, I'm just going to keep going.
Yeah.
Right, he's the leader.
I'll go in last, so as not to cause any surprise or fear.
Yeah. Roll me a d12.
That'd be a 7?
A 7. All right. As you make your way in, this room is a lot colder than the one above. In fact, there seems to be a pool of ice in the middle. And on it are 7 beautiful birds, but they seem to be slipping and sliding around a bit. It's almost like they shouldn't be on that.
I'd like to look around the room.
Around the room, you find various obvious, decorations. This appears to be just kind of a garden of sorts. It seems oddly natural, even though it's at least now 20 feet underground by your estimations. But it seems almost as if it's open air. The ceiling is there, but it doesn't quite seem right. But there's also a couple of odd contraptions on the wall. I'm going to need a an investigation check from everybody to get any more information than that.
All these investigation checks, and 2 of us have negatives in our intelligence.
I only got an 8.
Yeah, I only got a 6.
I actually rolled a nat 20 that time.
Nice.
But mine is 2.
I think the wolf senses here managed to, give you a bit of a clue. You can kind of smell something different around the edge of the lake. There seems to be a stone channel that encircles this pond of sorts. It has an odd smell to it, almost a sulfury smell to it.
I can't talk when I'm a dire wolf, huh?
You can't talk in a wolf form.
Mm-hmm.
You could do some Scooby-Doo stuff and Scooby-Doo / Lassie and try to
That being said, I did also roll a 19 -1, so 18.
You seem to notice, while you weren't concentrating on the channels, you were looking more at the contraptions, and you seem to feel a bit of warmth as your hand gets close to the handles.
Toggle the handle.
As you pull the handle, you hear an odd bubbling noise. Where is everyone in the room right now? It's a pretty small room. The pond is about 15 feet across, and there's maybe 5 to 10 feet of room on the sides. Where is everyone standing right now?
I believe my hand is on the handle.
I was thinking I was on the side looking at the walls, too.
Okay. And Tenny just flipped the switch before you could investigate anything.
Yes, because planning is for the weak.
I feel like I'm just inside the doorway.
Just inside the doorway, and you're still in wolf form.
Like inside the room, though. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm watching the birds.
Okay, so they are slip sliding on the ice.
Like, trying to think about how to...
These poor, beautiful, large birds with very long white necks are there just slip sliding on the ice.
Yeah.
As the bubbling intensifies, you start to notice a magma-like glow around the edge of the pond.
Melting the ice.
Uh-oh.
I believe you're melting the ice.
Well,
Dana's intuition is correct, as the ice seems to be beginning to crack a little bit, and the large birds seem to be able to maybe push their way through a little bit and be able to enter the water.
I'll start barking.
You start barking, all right? The wolf is making a racket from the edge of the room. The birds in the center start to become a bit agitated at this.
I'm going to slowly start lifting the switch back into its normal position. It's the, oops, is this going to fix the problem kind of motion.
Good call, as the magma begins to retract. Were you going to boil them, was the question. So the water is clearly still cold, but they have managed to actually gain some traction to it. So the 7 birds are now clearly into the pond and seem to be enjoying their situation a lot better.
Oh, so you mean it's 7 swans a-swimming?
You may say that.
Partridge in a pear tree.
A phoenix in a pear tree.
Yes.
You also came across 2 turtle guards.
Oh no. I'm seeing a pattern.
Yep.
You're starting to get a pattern here. I'm having you roll a d12 every time.
All right.
As the ice has cleared, you start to notice that there is a hint of gold in the middle of the pond.
Anyone will swim?
It's all water, right?
Mm-hmm. It's been turned into very cold water, but water nonetheless.
Oh, I'm gonna hate this later. You see Tenny, taking off a sweater. It's like a very garish sweater that he's been wearing the entire time.
You'd say Christmas sweater?
Yeah.
A Festivus sweater.
But he takes off his sweater, he folds it down, and...
You enter into the pool.
Yeah, I'm entering into the pool.
As soon as you go in, there seems to be a current that is now flowing through the pool.
Is it going towards the Goldie thing?
It is beginning to swirl. The swans, as you have correctly identified them, seem to be able to swim against it okay. But it also seems to be picking up. You start to notice Tenny maybe having a little trouble holding his feet. He's only down to his knees right now, but the current is clearly picking up. You can start to hear the water swishing.
I'm gonna step back out of the water.
As soon as you do, the current seems to subside.
I turn to,
Can we? Well, I guess we don't know yet. Only you can't go in so far, right?
Well, I was going to turn to Dana
Mm-hmm.
and be like, can you do me a favor? And I hand to him the most important thing any adventurer could ever have. 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay, yep, 50 feet of rope. The pond's only about 15 feet across total, so it's only maybe, 8 or 10 feet into the middle of it.
So I'm going to hand one end of the rope to you, and I'm going to tie the other around myself and go, and start wading back into the water.
As you move close to the center, the water gets faster and faster and faster. You need to make a dexterity check to stay afloat.
You do realize, guys, that I probably should not be the one doing this.
Everyone else is just sitting on the side and watching the satyr go into the pool.
Watching you do this.
Well, I'm exploring his sweater, but
The cat has found a bit of string off the sweater and is now batting it around.
yeah.
See, the problem is, Tenny is definitely the type of person who is just like, oh, there's something interesting. I'm going to go and check it out.
Who are you a cleric of, by the way? Are you a cleric of good, or are you a cleric to a specific deity?
I'm an interdenominational cleric.
Okay. Interfaith cleric.
Of good. Like, non-denominational interfaith cleric of good.
I'll go over and help hold the string or the rope.
The wolf places the rope inside his mouth and starts pulling.
Dex saving throw or just dex check?
Dex saving.
That'd be a 17 then.
That's enough to stay on your feet. The current's hard, but you're close enough to reach down.
All right, well, then I'm going to reach.
As you reach down, you seem to be wrapping your hand around a small golden key.
Mm-hmm.
I grab the key, and if I can get enough grip on the ground, I'm just going to try to jump straight out of the water.
Leaning over, you're having a hard time standing up, but the ones on the shore could probably...
I'll just yank him.
make a strength check. The two on the rope make strength checks, please.
Pull!
Oh, yeah, me too. Okay.
So roll a d20 and add your strength. Either athletics or... Yeah, athletics in this case. If you don't have athletics, just your strength.
30-20.
That's fine.
9.
The wolf clearly helped pull hard enough to yank him out, and the swans seem to be none too disturbed about the fact that someone just sped up their pool, and they are back to swimming peacefully. So you have a small golden key about the size of your thumb.
Gotcha. I turn to the others and go, someone take this for a moment, and hand it out,
I take it.
and just start shaking.
You do the animal shake off.
Yes.
The wool on his legs, especially, he starts, shaking it and flinging water everywhere.
I back away quickly.
And then I pick up my sweater and try to put it back on.
A small panel in the wall seems to have opened. There is a keyhole.
Ooh. Any other keys we've got? Let's...
Stick it in.
Solali inserts the key and turns it.
Mm-hmm.
And when you do so, not only does a door open, but at your feet drops a wrapped package.
Ooh.
What color is the wrapping?
Blue and gold.
Ooh.
Pick it up and turn towards everyone.
It's fairly heavy.
Oh, can I pick it up?
Mm-hmm.
Drag it over to you guys.
It's not that heavy. It's just hefty. Would you like to open the package?
Does it have a label on it?
I would like to open it, yeah.
Oh, yeah, label.
There is no label, but as soon as Solali starts opening it, inside is a silver bow with the perfect grip for tabaxi paws.
Really?
You now have a magic +1 bow.
Cool.
That is specifically made for tabaxi.
+1 in attack or?
+1 to attack and to damage.
Ooh, nice. Is it a longbow or?
What would you like it to be?
I like longbows personally.
Then it is a longbow.
Sweet. Thank you.
And a door opens.
Let's go down the hall.
Is Dana going first this time?
Oh, no, I'll follow Ryan. I mean, Tenny.
Heedlessly forward!
I'm wise.
Is this doorway big enough for a large dire wolf?
Yeah, you can still fit down the stairs.
Cool.
All right, Tenny, at this point, roll me a d10.
Oh, D10. There you are. Whee. That's a 4.
A 4. All right. As you enter the room, an odd smell hits your senses. Anyone who is training in nature can go ahead and make a roll.
Okay.
If you're proficient in nature.
14?
14?
Mm-hmm.
You smell very clearly goose dander.
Yeah. Goose dander.
There is a semi-long hallway leading into this room.
The dire wolf, I think I have keen smell.
Okay, you could have advantage on a check then. I'll go ahead and give you a perception check, even without nature.
15.
Yeah, it smells strongly of goose, to the point that this doesn't quite seem normal for a goose den.
I'll do the dog.
The wolf seems to be recoiling as the smell assaults his nostrils. At this point, Dana has maybe a little specialized knowledge if he can put 2 and 2 together, so give me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Either that or history if you have it.
History's the same. So 15.
You seem to recall reading about something that had always intrigued you about the North. There was a legendary creature that no one quite knew where it nested, but it is of the goose persuasion, but a bit more than a regular goose. One might even say it is 6 times that of a regular goose. So you can't quite recall all the details, but you are getting an eerie feeling that you may be approaching the actual evidence of your inquiry.
Large goose.
The dire demon goose.
Would anyone like to proceed down the hall?
Oh, yeah.
Of course. When has Tenny not?
Who's going first?
Can I investigate the rest of the room?
If you'd like to, how would you like to do that?
We're just in the hallway still, right?
We're always in the hallway.
Just like look around, like general.
Just generally looking around?
Yeah.
All right, you're heading down to the end of the hall and give me a perception check then.
23.
In the corner of the room is a very large nest, and in that nest is a gargantuan goose
How did we miss that?
with 6 necks.
6?
It is, in fact, a goose hydra.
Is it asleep?
5 of the heads are asleep.
No.
1 is awake. Proceed as you wish.
So just kind of back away slowly. And I'm trying to motion behind me.
You all notice Salali giving hand signals to perhaps stop in your tracks.
All right.
I'll start engaging in stealth,
Okay.
like just to not make any noise.
The ceiling is only 10 feet high here, but you may go ahead and do that. Roll a stealth check for me, please.
A solid 10.
Okay, that's your difficulty to be spotted. The room is roughly 25 feet wide and deep. It is a square room with a nest about 10 feet wide in the back corner. A door is close to the nest. It is standing open. How would you like to proceed? How far do you want to go?
Is it looking at me?
Not currently.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to sneak away from it.
Although Tough Fluff just is trying to blend into the shadows here and make his way into the room.
Oh yeah, so I don't notice him, do I?
I mean, I wasn't super stealthy.
He wasn't trying to sneak past you, let's put it that way.
Okay, so I point out the goose.
I think Tough Fluff sees it at this point, and it does not seem to have noticed you yet, Tough Fluff.
Okay. And then I did a stealth, if that's okay. Just did
Okay, that's fine. What'd you roll?
18 and 6.
Okay, it doesn't seem to have noticed either of you yet.
24, yeah.
You guys are roughly 15 feet away from its nest.
Is there an exit that we see?
Yes, about 5 feet away from its nest.
Behind it, I'm assuming.
On the other side, yeah.
Is there food in the room?
Make a perception check for me. Or investigation, either one.
11.
From where you're standing, you can't see any. If you wish to investigate further, you're going to have to make your way into the room.
Hmm.
Is it sitting on anything?
It does not seem to be standing right now.
But you can't tell if it's sitting on an egg yet.
Yeah.
We need the 6 geese to be a laying.
It's either that or we need to slay the 6 geese. 6 geese is slaying.
1 geese, 6 heads.
I'm kidding.
What would y'all like to do?
That would be the hard way, Ryan.
When have I ever gone the easy way? There's no switches for me to toggle in here.
Nope. About 25-foot room. Her nest takes up about 10 feet.
We're just trying to get to the exit, right?
If that's your goal.
Or do we want to lure it off its nest?
Well,
Well, we don't, our characters don't know anything about the egg.
right.
You have a feeling that if it were to spread its wings, it would fill the entire room.
Try to get to the door next to it.
All right, you want to try and get to the door next to it. As you approach, 3 of the heads begin to stir and start turning your way and begin a loud honk, honk as you approach. Make a constitution save for me, please.
Oh boy. That didn't go so well for me last time.
Honk,
And it didn't this time. 7.
honk.
Yeah, you're deafened for 2 rounds.
I look back at the satyr in the warforge and lick my lips as a wolf. Maybe raise a questioning brow.
Are you a cannibal?
I'm a wolf now.
He eats what he eats.
Mhm.
You think this would be a little more than a mouthful, though.
Mhm. Yeah, I'll raise my brow and a question mark, being like, what we doing here?
Can I enter the room and look around? What did you call it?
Yeah, so if you want to do that, roll a stealth check. So use your skills, roll stealth, and that will tell me what I have to have the goose roll to spot you.
11 is my stealth.
All right. So that means it has to roll at least an 11 to spot you.
Wow, it rolled really high to spot me.
It does not seem to notice you. It's concentrating on Salali right now.
Okay.
Are you still staying where you were, Salali, or have you backed up?
Probably backed up a little bit.
All right. So Salali clutches her ears and backs up. It still is honking, but the intensity has died down a bit.
I'd like to look around, I think, now that I'm inside.
Okay. Make an investigation or perception, whichever's higher.
20.
That's really high. There seems to be a panel on the wall that would retract on the wall opposite the door. Basically, if where you're standing is leading in, if you were to look immediately to your left as you enter, that wall has a chute on it. The door is on the wall opposite you.
How big is the opening?
About 5 feet. Not big enough for it to fit through.
But big enough for us to fit through, potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. The panel is currently closed.
Have you pointed out this panel to me?
Me? Yes, sure. Everyone, look what I found.
Where are you at this point? Right now, the only one it seems to be aware of is Salali.
I was still in the hallway at the moment, but
Okay, so you saw Dana step into the room while Salali was being honked at. You seem to notice his eyes wander to the wall that you can't see, or whatever passes for his eyes.
yes. All right, well, then I will take a step in.
Are you going in stealthily or not?
Given how everybody else is going in stealthily, I will probably try to.
Okay, roll a stealth check for me.
That'd be 14.
Okay, yep, it's still concentrating on Salali.
Nash is very good distraction for the rest of us. Or Salali, sorry, Salali.
A couple more of the heads have woken up, so now all 6 heads are awake and staring at you, Salali.
Seen that happen, I'll go up next to Salali and just growl and try to intimidate it and see what it does.
Oh boy.
2 of the heads now seem to be concentrating on you. They aren't making aggressive moves, but you seem to be a little wary of getting any closer.
If Dana has pointed out the chute to me, I'm going to go and check it out.
Okay. It looks like it would be a little difficult to lift. If you were sufficiently strong enough, you might be able to pry it open, but it is on a hinge from the top, so it looks like it would open and swivel up.
I think let's try to open it up. I don't have a lot of strength, but I can try.
I definitely don't have a lot of strength, but
Your strongest member is currently growling in wolf form at the goose.
you know what? While they're distracting it, I'm going to give a shot at trying to lift it. I'm not going to do well.
Make a strength check. Nate, there is an option in D&D called the help action. If you want to do something at the same time as someone else, it grants them advantage, the ability to roll twice and take the higher number if you wish.
Okay.
It uses your action for the round, but it does grant them the ability to roll twice.
Sure, how long does the round last?
A round is about 6 seconds. We're not really in rounds yet.
Gotcha.
If we move into a combat situation, we will switch to actually everyone having a turn.
Sure, I can do that. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
So that gives you advantage, Ryan. Go ahead.
That's good because the higher is 17.
That's enough. Tenny, with the help of Dana, managed to pull and eventually lift the squeaky hinged door. And as it opens, you have to quickly kind of step to the side as a massive pile of grain starts to fall at the base of the chute.
Oh.
Good. We can feed the goose.
Hearing the chute open and seeing the grain, 3 of the heads quickly look to the side, and the 2 that are watching you, Tough Fluff, and the one that is watching Salali, are still eyeing you, but also quickly distracted as the other 3 heads seem to pull the goose in that direction.
I turn to look that way or like glance back because I can't hear anything.
Your hearing is starting to return.
Okay.
I'm just going to keep holding it until...
The goose seems to be charging your way at the moment. It is not far, but it is moving quickly.
Yeah, it's moving toward the food, though.
I'm going to hold it until the last possible moment and then try to jump out of the way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the grain is continuing to spill out until you will drop it. It is... Go ahead and make a dex check to see if you can get out of the way before it crashes into you.
Yeah, we want to slide around the room. Am I with him still or no?
Yes,
Okay.
So you'll make the dex check too.
Because I'm jumping, can I use my jumping ability?
Yep, you can use your
Yes.
saytr jump. That's fine. You literally leap back as he or she slides
I got
into
2.
the...
21.
Okay, the 21 saves. The 2 means that you're going to take some bludgeoning damage.
Oh, bludgeoning. Oh, okay.
Basically, you get hit with goose face.
So yeah, that hurt as it enters a feeding frenzy in its body from the momentum. slides up against the wall and smacks you against the wall. You're able to squeeze your way out as the heads are frantically eating the grain. But in the meantime, you have taken 14 damage from being slammed into the wall by the gargantuan goose. However, the path to the door is clear.
Yeah, let's go.
Is there anything in the nest?
There is a very large golden egg and also a wrapped package.
Well, I motion to one of you like it's your turn.
I suggest we give it to the one who just took one for the team.
I'll try to pick up the golden egg with my teeth and like sniff it and see what it is.
It seems to be a goose egg. It probably has an actual fertilized goose embryo inside.
So can I pick up the package then?
Sure. While it's sufficiently distracted, it's probably going to eat through that pile in about 30 seconds or so.
Let's run out of the room.
I suggest we leave the goose egg alone.
Yeah, I follow down the staircases.
Can the goose fit through the far door?
No, that it would not be able to fit through. Tough Fluff?
Can I fit through the door as a wolf?
Yep.
I'll use my 50-foot of movement then and just dash with the goose egg in my mouth.
And who has the package?
I think I do, right?
Nate has the package. Or Dana.
Okay, Nate has the package. All right, we'll decide when you want to open that.
Oh, well, let's get into the other room or the hallway or whatever it is next.
Dana has the package, and
Tough Love.
Tough Love has a goose egg.
Did he take the egg?
He said he was going to try.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to try to take the egg.
Okay, as you try to take the egg, two of the heads immediately look back and honk as loud as possible. Make a Constitution save.
4.
This is what I was afraid of.
Yeah, you're deafened at this point, and you're also going to be frozen out of fear at this point for one round.
Oh.
Well, if I have the ability, I'll put the egg down on the ground, unless I'm just like too frozen.
I'll give you that ability, so you will clearly drop the egg. The egg is hardy enough to survive, especially since you're still in the nest. The heads not wanting to miss out. One of them is slow to turn around, but the other quickly joins in the devouring of the grain, and then the other is still watching you. The pile is almost finished.
Can he get out before the pile is?
Yeah, you can go ahead and leave if you want to. If you want to stay, they're almost done with the pile.
So it's the question of, are you going to try to take the egg and run?
No, I'll just leave it.
Okay.
Dana, do you want to try to grab the egg and run? Because you seemed interested in it. Tenny's not as invested in stealing a goose embryo from a goose hydra, but
If you can make the save, then probably be able to grab it and run. But at this point,
What is the thing that I need to do that? Speed?
well, I mean, you could just grab it, but everyone has had to make a Constitution save.
I have a prestidigitation thing.
That won't grab anything. That can do little tricks, though. Basically, anything a party magician could do,
Right. Okay. Nope. Okay.
but actual magic instead of just a trick. I'm not sure what other spells you have. I haven't really looked at your spell list lately. I just don't know if there's anything that you could... Huh, okay.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know which ones you chose this morning, but
No, nothing that would help this.
gotcha.
Oh, actually, no. I did choose Expeditious Retreat.
That gives you double your
yeah.
movement.
I checked it off. Yeah, let's try that with the egg then.
You're going to cast Expeditious Retreat on yourself and try to grab the egg and run?
Mm-hmm.
So you're trying to grab the egg and the package, scoop them both up and run?
I'm assuming I can do that.
Do you want to hand the package to one of us?
Sure, I can hand the package to one of you.
Okay, so he tosses the package to...
Nash, I guess.
Okay.
Okay, and then you try to grab the egg and you're casting Expeditious Retreat. I'll see if the goose is fast enough. The goose just rolled a 1,
Okay, so I just...
so it was not fast enough to even notice you doing it. So you managed to snatch the egg before you go through the door.
All right.
You now have a golden egg.
Sounds good.
All right, so with my 50 feet of speed, if I'm unfrozen, I'm booking it.
Yeah, he came in just the right time as the head went back to eating real quick, and you noticed him grab it, and you're like with him. You take off. It's like mission accomplished, even if it wasn't you. And you guys got the egg.
All right.
You now have a golden goose egg.
I'm going to hand Nate back the package.
Keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on. Who went through first? Was Tenny going through first again?
Yeah.
Roll me a d10. Actually, a d8 at this point.
Doesn't he want to open his present?
Sure, let's do that.
If he wants to open his present, he can. We'll get to the landing of the next one, and then he'll open it. So roll me a d8, Ryan.
That's a 1.
1? Okay. Oddly enough, you seem to be inside of a wooden building, but there's a lot of clucking going on.
Lots of birds.
Lots of birds. Lots of birds.
Well, I mean, traditionally, that song is just riddled with birds.
Sounds like a problem.
So you're opening your package?
Sure, yes, please.
Okay, inside seems to be a stick of some sort with some kind of engraved runes on them.
Just so you know, if you have it, you can either do detect magic or
Identify.
thank you. That's what I was thinking. Or an arcana check, potentially.
Yes, let's try that.
Do you have the identify spell? He's an artificer. Doesn't he have a way to do that?
I thought I saw something like that.
Identify is on his list, and he can do it as a ritual.
Yeah.
You seem to have found yourself a wand of greater magic missile.
Greater magic missile?
Yes. This allows you to cast unerring bolts at a target, so you don't even have to roll to hit. They will hit whatever you're aiming at.
Just because I know how this generally works, are there charges or something?
We'll find out. One shouldn't be too greedy with their presents. All right, so you hear a lot of clucking and an odd mix of what smells like manure.
Denny walks in.
The hallway seems to be made of wood, as does the area ahead.
I'm just going to keep walking forward.
As you walk forward, it gets harder to walk because the entire ground is covered with chickens. Just plain old farm chickens.
Not French ones?
Hmm.
Can we look around?
Yeah. As you look around, you start to just see a wall-to-wall group of chickens wandering around. But there does seem to be, on the far wall, a nesting area. This song is full of birds, by the way.
It is.
So full of birds.
Are they clucking in French?
Anybody wanting to go anywhere, do anything?
May we? Sorry.
Yeah, I'm going to try to keep pushing forward.
Okay, it's a pretty small room, but as you make your way in, the chickens seem to be giving you space. It's almost like they're used to humanoids walking amongst them. And as you make your way over to the nesting area, you can kind of see that there are nameplates on the nests.
I'd like to read some of those nameplates.
Where would you like to start?
Let's mix things up, left to right.
Okay. The top row from left to right are Astrid, Madeline, Heidi, Gertrude, Olga, and Freda.
Can you say those names one more time?
Astrid, Madeline, Heidi, Gertrude, Olga, and Freda.
6 names.
Can we call them out?
What name would you like to call out?
I'll start with Astrid.
Give me an animal handling check.
I am just really surprised that there was no Camilla.
You've only read the first row.
Oh, no.
10.
A 10 on the animal handling. You begin to call Astrid, and oddly enough, a particular hen does seem to respond. She starts making her way over to you. She looks at you longingly as if she's expecting something.
Can I direct her to have a seat?
That's
Or
maybe
does
a
she-
little more than she understands.
Although is Astrid one of the French hens? Madeline might be the French hen.
You said there were...
There's another row of nests.
Yeah, I would like to read the other row of nests.
The next row of nests is Bernadette, Helga, Agnes, Dora, Amelie, and Dummy.
What was the last one?
Dummy. Dummy.
Is there anything else in this room besides the nests?
Why don't you make an investigation check and find out?
Yes, my strong suit. So that's a 1 minus 1, so that's a 0.
Nope, there's nothing else besides these nests. These are the most important nests you've ever seen.
I'd like to look around. Gotta stop Ryan from looking around.
Turning your attention from Astrid, you start to look around the room to see what is the point of all of this. Roll an investigation check.
I got 10.
10 is enough for you to notice that there does seem to be a blocked door, about chicken size though, not big enough for any of you to fit through. Possibly Tough Fluff might be able to squeeze through, but it would be tight. But there is a blocked door at the end of the hen house, for lack of a better term.
Can I see if there's another row of names, or is this all 12?
It seems to only be 12 nameplates. There's probably about 30 chickens in the room.
All right, so I have Astrid next to me, but not necessarily in her nest. Can I put her in the nest?
Yeah, your animal handling was enough. She allows you to pick her up. These are domesticated chickens, and you place her in the nest. She gives a and you see her lift up for a second.
Should we do it with the rest of them?
Well, you say she lifted up for a second?
Mm-hmm.
Is there a new egg underneath her now?
You lift her up, and you see an egg.
A white one, huh?
By the way, are you still in wolf form, Tough Fluff?
Yeah.
They are giving you the widest berth that they could possibly give you, and some of them are absolutely freaking out. Like, I mean, flat out scratching each other, freaking out. It looks like a cockfight in here, even though these are hens.
If I have enough space, I'll try to just roll down on the ground and just like lay down as unmenacingly as possible.
You're basically folding down into a sleeping dog position. Okay. All right, at this point, Tough Fluff is no longer an owlin. He is a wolf, but there is a wolf in the hen house, but it's sleeping.
I'm going to try to put, you said Amelie was one, or?
Amelie is one of the names.
I'm going to try to get Amelie into a nest.
Give me an animal handling check.
That'd be a 13 for me.
That's enough for 2 chickens to come over towards you.
Oh.
2 Amaleys?
2 Ameleys?
Or 2 different names?
How would you know that?
I'll say their name. I'll say Amelie. Look at both of them in their eyes, and try to see which one responds to me more.
Give me an animal handling check.
Amelie.
Give me an animal handling check. Yeah,
Another animal handling.
Omelette.
19.
If only you had a party member who could talk to these creatures.
Yeah, we do. He's just in a wolf form.
Oh.
And doesn't want to drop that, but that's okay. You guys are solving it your own way.
And I didn't pick that as my spells.
What was your roll?
19.
Okay, that's enough. Yes, one of the chickens clearly has responded more than the other. The other has lost focus and is pecking around at the ground again.
Then I will pick up and try to place Amelie in the nest.
You place her in the nest and she lifts up for a moment.
The other one was Emily.
There are about 30 chickens and only 12 name tags.
I will lift Amelie back up and try to grab the egg then.
You got an egg?
I got an egg.
Oh, did we get Astrid's egg? I'd like to pick Astrid's egg up.
Sure. What would you like to do?
Let's get Madeline. Can I call for Madeline?
Yep. All right. So we'll continue this situation, and rather than making any checks,
I'm going to start helping.
yes, everyone has kind of picked up on the strategy here with the dog kind of laying low in the corner.
I'll drop wolf form.
You would like to get Madeline. Who else would you like to get?
Bernadette.
And Bernadette as well. All right. So anyone else?
I'll get Heidi and Gertrude.
Okay. So you're working on Heidi and Gertrude. Nate's working on Bernadette and
Madeline.
anyone? Ryan, are you working on anyone?
I'll start with Dummy.
Okay. All right. Bernadette comes over. All the chickens come over. Each one lays an egg.
I'll go over to the little gate hole and investigate that.
Okay. You're having a hard time figuring out how it's going to open. Although as you're sniffing around, you notice a small deformity in one of the wood panels. Looks like something could fit in there, but it doesn't look egg-shaped. No one has noticed a rooster in the hen house either.
I'll go back and see how the names and chickens and eggs are going.
As you move around, the birds start freaking out again. So they are... blah, 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 blah.
Wait, he changed back.
Sorry, I dropped.
Oh, you're back into owl form. Okay.
Yeah, I dropped back to owl form.
At this point, they're actually cozying up to you. You're about their size. So you're just a little bit bigger. So they are responding to you pretty well.
Yeah. So even in owl form, I couldn't find a way to open the door, just the same.
You still notice the thing, but even if you try and poke your finger in there, it doesn't quite fit. It's smaller than an egg, but it's something that could reach far in there.
Can you keep talking to them? I mean, how often can you use your animal talking stuff?
I guess you could say only 3 times a day.
You've used it once, right? It's a spell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it a ritual?
You can do it as a ritual, yeah. It'd take you about 10 minutes.
It is a ritual. Try to start casting again as a ritual.
Okay.
And see how successful you guys are within that 10 minutes.
You hear a cacophony of gossip as all of these chickens are talking about all of the latest goings on and who is having trouble laying and who has been the top of the order when the rooster arrived.
Would you say top of the pecking order?
Indeed. But while they are busily chatting, you now understand that a lot of the talk is now about you, oddly enough, and the fact that the wolf seemed to turn into a bird. They're a little surprised by that.
I'll ask them, why are there only 12 places to lay eggs, even though there's like 30 of you guys?
Well, they're the ones that get the special treatment, my dear.
Oh. Why doesn't anyone else get special treatment?
The master has his favorites. We don't get into why.
Oh, okay, well.
He seems to like the ones from that far-off continent the best. They have the best-tasting eggs. Something special inside, he says.
He eats your eggs?
He takes them. We assume he eats them. That monster.
What a monster, that monster.
The other one's like, yes, monster. He's terrible, terrible man.
Pick a little, talk a little, pick a little, talk a little, cheap, 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 talk a lot, pick a little.
So any of you know how to open that
pick a
little
talk a little, pick
or
a
big
little, talk a
door
little,
over
cheap,
there?
Cheap, cheap, talk a lot, pick a little more.
We wish we could go out there, but they only let us out when the 3 specialist girls get a chance to do what they need to do. That's the only way any of us get out.
Oh, where are those 3 specialist girls?
He has his favorites, my dear.
I mean, like, where are they? Who are they?
I don't want to talk about their name because it makes me angry. But let's just say they don't quite fit the name scheme of the rest of us, hey? The others start giggling.
Well, dummy.
What are the rest of their names? You have 30 names to come up with now.
Yeah, what are you guys' name?
Well, of course, they start lifting off a whole bunch of things that I didn't prepare for, so...
Yeah.
I expect 30 names.
There seem to be 12 relevant ones, of which go ahead and make a insight roll for me, please.
Insight 15.
Yeah, the 3 names that they seemed the most, we'll say, disgusted with were Amelie, Madeline, and Bernadette.
I have Amale's egg.
What would you like to do with said egg?
I'm going to try shaking it.
It rattles.
I'm going to crack the egg.
Inside is a piece, a metal piece that looks like it would fit together with another one.
Did I get Madeline and Bernadette? Did they come when I called?
They did.
Let's gather their eggs, too.
There are, amongst the eggs, there are some that seem normal and 2 others that rattle.
I'll mention said eggs, or said names with said eggs, so you guys know.
Yeah, if you had a system for organizing them, you could find Madeline and Bernadette's eggs, and upon cracking them open, find, along with Amelie's, 3 pieces of what seems to be a very long key.
Well, let's Voltron this key.
Assembling the key, it would now seem to be exactly what you need to fit into the spot that Tough Fluff noticed earlier.
Oh, yeah, let's insert the key.
All right, and the door actually extends to medium creature size.
Nice.
And it opens?
It lifts up and opens.
I'll say, hey, ladies, let's get going. Make a break for it.
They all seem to be a little trepidatious about actually stepping outside. As much complaining as they do, they seem to be homebodies after all.
Well, the option's there if any of you ever want it. For now.
And just outside the door is another package.
I'll grab it.
All right.
I guess I'll open it up, yeah.
Inside is a article of clothing, just your size. It seems like it's really flexible. Might be able to even shift with you.
I'll put it on.
All right.
It's comfy.
Yeah, it fits right over the top of your existing gear. You now have a +2 bonus to your AC.
Ooh, nice.
And that continues into your wild shapes.
Oh,
nice.
That's neat.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need a D8, please.
All right, here it goes. That's another 1.
Another 1. All right.
Another one what?
Bites the dust.
That's another roll you need to make.
Another 1. He keeps rolling 1s. All right, as you enter the next room, it's not so much a smell that you are assaulted by, it's a sound. As you hear a screeching squawk with an almost reptilian bent to it.
Oh, no.
Because our D&D was so much fun, we're going to have to split this into 2 episodes. It's quite long. So please join us again on episode 67 for the continuation of this game.
We hope you found something nice about this hill that we were willing to die on, and we appreciate all of our listeners coming along on this journey with us. And if you ever thought to yourself, hey, I really like these guys and what they do, and I wish there was just some way I could support them, you can. Visit myhilltodieon.com/members for more details. But what does it mean to be a member? Well, for the low price of $2 a month, or $15 a year, you can help support this podcast. And by doing so, you'll get access to the members-only Not My Hill podcast, which is where we discuss things that are, well, somebody else's hill to die on. We have strong feelings about them, though, but as the title says, they're definitely not hills that we'd be willing to die on. In addition, you also get access to our suggestion form, which is where you can make suggestions for our Listener Hill episodes, where we will watch, read, or climb up a hill that you're willing to die on, and then we'll talk all about it. But know that the conversation doesn't have to end here. The discussion can continue with us through Reddit at the subreddit My Hill to Die On, or by contacting us through Twitter at My Hill to Die On, or you can reach us by email, which is, to no one's surprise, myhilltodieon@gmail.com. And finally, we upload all of our episodes to our YouTube channel, which is also named, say it with me now, folks, My Hill to Die On.
And I may rely on the magic of editing, Ryan, for you to make me sound good.
Oh, no editing necessary there.
Thank you. Gain 2 experience.
Yes.